Welcome to the weekly update. We'll get straight into things. See here, this is interesting on this VWAP from the bottom that price hasn't touched it, but on the other chart, follow along. You know this pink V is the VWAP from the bottom, this pink line, and this has already touched it. See here, this trend line. It's been broken through. This candle here is going to tell us tomorrow on the 5-day. This is the weekly, but on the 5-day it'll tell us here what's going to happen. It could move down to here quite easily. You see on this one, we know it hasn't touched here. We know this is turning over and it's obviously going to come down to here. Got this trend line here to look at. And there's obviously it hasn't touched it here, so probably going to move down to this figure around here, which is what we've been talking about for a time. The trend line from the top, the bump and run patterns been invalidated, and it's not a good sign when it goes underneath. And we know the trend line from the last video, it just broke straight through. When we look at our levels chart, we were here in the last video, and all of this is done by these guys here, Blackrock, selling 6,000 Bitcoin every couple of days. Go to this side I'm going to show you, you can see when they move their coins around. And yeah, once we broke the trend line, moved down, we've broken the trend line from the top. Bump and run pattern invalidated. They kept pushing through and it's come down, done a swing failure pattern of the last low at 60k, is where I told my students their video updates they get regularly is this was an area to long, is what happened. And now we wait and see what's going to happen here. If it breaks this trend line, we know it's going to move further down, most likely down to this area down here, or this, definitely this monthly level. And then we look at here, so the long here, we move our stop loss to break even, because once it breaks this trend line, well, it's going to come down and hit. Okay, so you want to see this to be bullish to make a bounce here, not go below this price here. First target and resistance is this orange line and the VWAP. Once we break here, anything can happen. It can come down, do another sweep, double bottom just here, lots of things. So yeah, once we break this, and then we reassess. So we're looking at another long entry, but you don't catch a falling knife. We want to wait for these are the major levels I'm looking at would be here. Would then be a swing failure pattern of this, and this is an area, the last daily level, and this area right here. So short and sweet this week. I've got a big going on. So this is what we're looking at here, and see these VWAPs here. It's broken underneath. Oh, that's right. I was going to show you here. So on this side here, you can see Blackrock sent nearly 4,000 Bitcoin to the Coinbase, and then they send it to a hot wallet. They go to sell it, which is what's just happened an hour ago. So we'll soon see what's going to happen, because basically they've been pushing it down from here. This is Blackrock. They're selling all of this. we have a look at the order flow. See here, just the every day piling on shorts. I showed a picture of this in Discord about the retail buying on the weekends, and then during the week, Blackrock sell, 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 and see what happens this week. So already see here any rise is either retail buying, it's tiny open interest, and then it just gets slaughtered. And then here we've had a slight rise, but all that is people exiting positions. So exiting shorts. Okay, there's one thing we can note here. This is on the weekend, so obviously low volume again here, and then starting to amp up again with shorts. So we'll see what BlackRock decide to do.